Hey guys, this is Ryan Marie, and if you like this smoky halo eye purple look, keep watching. So the first thing that I did was shape out my eyebrows using a pencil. I want to say it's by Maybelline. I'm not really sure, but it doesn't really matter what eye pencil you use. I mean, I guess it's all about preference really, but a pencil is usually what I use. I used some from the beauty supply store that cost me $1. I think this one cost me $6, but anyway. The next thing after I'm finished doing that is I'm going to go in with my LA Pro concealer in the color Almond. I don't know why I shot this for so long, but I did. So now I'm just underlining my brow, just really defining it, making sure it looks nice and crisp. And I just carefully go under the brow. A little bit of this goes a pretty long way, guys. I just use the excess from the rest of my brush and just cover the rest of my eye just to set it so that the eyeshadow comes out nice and pretty. And I'm just correcting any imperfections under my brow, making sure it's as perfect as it can be. Right here, I'm just patting in the product with a clean brush. That's all I'm doing, just to set it in so it's not too, I don't know, sticky maybe. Then I'm going in with my Smashbox Lighting Theory palette, and I'm gonna go in with the color Almond. And right now, I'm just patting in around my eye. I'm not swooshing or windshield wiping, I'm just patting. Next is the box of crayons palette in the color Deep Plum. And I'm gonna put that color right underneath the almond that I put down already. Again, just lightly tapping it in. I sped up the camera, so I did a little slower than this, but I'm just lightly tapping in the product so that I can spread it around as much as I want to. I dipped it back in there a few times just to get it as dark as I wanted it to be. Then I'm gonna go back in with the almond and just tap over top of the purple just to kind of blend the colors together just so it's seamless. I don't want it to look too patchy, so I'm just blending it in right now by lightly tapping the colors together. The next thing I'm gonna do is go into the blackout on the Lighting Theory palette, and I'm gonna place that right underneath the purple that we just put down, just lightly tapping and going back into the product as needed, making sure I'm not putting too much on, but just enough, building it up. Then I'm going back into the plum, going over top of that black with the same brush. I cleaned it off a little bit, but I'm just blending again so that it's seamless. And I dipped back into the almond. I didn't show that, but I'm just like, once again, just making sure the purple and the almond is just like seamless. I'm just blending it in, making sure they kind of blend together. I'm going in with Totally Nude on the Lighting Theory palette, and I'm just gonna place that above the almond that I put down. Once again, just to blend it. LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is the color Porcelain, and I'm just going to put that on a flat brush. I'm sorry guys, I was kind of out of the camera frame right here, but I think I left my head. There we go. So you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to create a halo effect by using the shape of my brush to just kind of make that shape with the concealer. And I'm gonna place another color over top of the concealer as soon as I'm done. Right now I'm just bringing the concealer down over the rest of my eyelid and creating just like a little area to place down some color there. This is called the Halo Eye. So that's what it's called. Then I'm gonna go in with my Glamlite Pizza palette. I love it to death. It is so freaking cute. And I'm going to go in with the color Red Onions. And I'm just going to place that color over top of the concealer that we put down earlier until the concealer is completely covered. And I'm doing this with just a smudger brush. You can use whatever brush you want. You can use a finger. It's just faster with a smudger brush. It just picks up a little more product, I come to find. So next I'm just gonna take a small blending brush and just kind of blend the black and the red onions, the black out and the red onions that I put down. I'm just blending it together to make it look seamless, like I said before. I'm actually gonna go back into the blackout just to bring it out a little more because it's faded a little bit. And I want a bold statement, so I want it to be pretty dark around this purple. So I'm just going in, tapping in the product lightly and making sure that it's all blended in. Taking the color down a peg or two so that it kind of blends in with everything. I did dig back into the blackout a couple more times to do this, guys, until it was the way I liked it. Then I went back into the deep plum. And before I do the deep plum, I'm just going to prime the bottom of my eyes using a smudger brush so that the color will come out a lot better than it would without the primer down. Back into the blackout, I'm going down on my lower lash line and I'm just outlining that. I'm doing the same to both eyes using a smudger brush, going back into the deep plum and just repeating what I just did with the black right underneath the blackout. Then I went back into the red onion and did the same thing. So I'm going into my Killawatt foil palette by Fenty Beauty and I'm going to swatch the color Scandalize with my finger and just tap it over the purple in the middle. It just gives it a little something something. Then I'm going to be taking my Lighting Theory palette after this and I'm going to dip into the color correction in orange. And I'm just gonna go over anything on my face that I don't want shown. Obviously, dark spots, things like that. Old pimples that didn't go away. The line on the middle of my nose. See how that cancels that out there? And I'm just gonna go over everything that I just don't want to show through the foundation. Next, I'm going to take my Best Blend Forever foundation by Almond. And y'all know how it is. You're just gonna put the foundation all over. And then I'm going to take a damp beauty sponge and just spread everything around. So after I'm done blending my foundation, I'm going to take my Pro Concealer by LA Girl again in the color Almond, and then just highlight my face under my eyes, down the center of my nose, my forehead, my upper lip, and my chin. Be sure to avoid the bottom eyeshadow. Usually I'll do it after everything's finished, but I don't know. I wanted to get it over with, so I just threw it down there. So now I gotta avoid hitting it with my beauty blender, but it's all good. Next, I'm just taking the Ulta Contour Palette and going into the Goddess Bronzer and just getting my cheeks together, contouring it up. I'm just literally patting. I don't really like to drag my brush because I have less control over the product. So I just like to tap the product into my skin. I used to drag it and it used to come out like really patchy. So I stopped doing that. And I'm just gonna repeat the same thing on both cheeks. Go back there, fix anything. And then we're gonna snatch up this nose real quick. Just a little light. Next, I'm going to go into the golden bronzer on the palette and just put it all over a kabuki or a big powder brush, whatever, and just pat it all over my face, blending in everything, making sure, you know, my highlighted areas are set. I usually do this with a finishing powder under my eyes, but I just didn't today. I just decided to throw some bronzer underneath it. Either one works fine, whatever you decide to do. So I went into my Fenty Beauty Killawatt Full Palette again, and I dipped into the color Honey Slope, and I'm just using it as blush. It just gives it a little something extra. You can't really see it right now for some reason. I mean, you might be able to. I don't know. It kind of just blends in with the bronzer. It just gives it a little more color, in my opinion. Next, I went in with my lashes. They're Kiss lashes. I'm sorry, y'all. I put them on off camera. I just can't do it on camera. Like, it takes forever, and I ain't had that much time. So right now, I'm just going in with some mascara. This is the Full and Soft mascara from Maybelline. I think I'll show you. Next, I went in with my Eye Finish Studio by Maybelline, and it was upside down. My bad. And I'm just taking a eyeliner brush and going into my waterline just to give a little more drama, whatever. See, there it is right there. There's the Full and Soft mascara I was talking about. And I'm just going to go over my lower lashes again after I let them sit for a second, just to define them a little more. And then I'm gonna go over my falsies real quick, just to blend in my real lashes with the false lashes. I poked myself in the eye, y'all. I ain't put no mascara. I just don't like nothing that close to my eyeball, but it's all good. It worked out. Now I'm going into my Killawatt palette again in the middle of the palette, which is called Stone Cold. I'm going to put that on my cheeks for a highlight. Bam! Threw some on the brow bone. Bam! And some on the inner corners of my eyeball. And last but not least, we're gonna go into a lip. And for the lip, I used LA Colors High Pigment Gloss. I know I'm missing out on some of these names, guys, but I'm gonna put them in the description below, so make sure you check. So the next thing I'm going to do when I'm finished with that is go into this LA Colors Matte Liquid Lip Color. It's a matte color, I mean not a matte color, a nude color. I'm not really sure what color it is. It'll be down below. But this is the finished look, guys. I hope you like it. Let me know something. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I drop videos 3 times a week. Had to give y'all that low light real quick. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and comment below if you like it or hate it. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.